At first, it seemed just like old times. The gang was back in action. But little by little, we learned that Murray's heart just wasn't in it. Without the guru's permission to give up on his Dreamtime training, he'd never really feel comfortable returning to the gang. We knew we needed to help him out. So, we packed up our things, whipped up some quick disguises, and headed for the Australian outback. Along the way, Murray told us story after story about his teacher's amazing abilities. Apparently, this guru of his was capable of fantastic feats. He used the Dreamtime to blend perfectly into his surroundings, and even gain mental control over the weak-minded. If even half the stories were true, then this was a guy I just had to meet. Our gang needed to grow its ranks for a chance to get inside the Cooper vault. And this guru, this Outback mystic, was looking like the best recruit we could have ever asked for. However, when we finally arrived in the Outback, it was a shock to find that things had changed. And the guru was nowhere to be seen.
Okay, so here we go. Episode 2, Rumble Down Under. So we got another opening cutscene, so I'll just see how it goes. Okay, so yes, there is another hazard room levels. So let's just quickly get them done. Because again, it does contribute to 100% completion. So I think this is just a quick tutorial how to play Murray because he's the last member you play in the field.
Alright, Murray, time to brush up on your power moves. The first one is throwing stuff.
Pluck it and chuck it! That's me!
To pick something up, just get close and hit the circle button. To throw, just face your target and press the square button.
Circle, square, ain't hardly fair. Looks like I've got plenty of rocks to throw with.
Try breaking all those pillars.
Can do.
So basic stuff.
Nice job. You can also pick up guards when they're knocked out.
Great! I knocked the small guys out with one punch.
You might have to be a little more subtle with the big flashlight guards. They're pretty tough. Sneak up behind this guy and sucker punch him while he's not looking. Then pick him up and throw him at the pillar.
Gotcha. Sneak up, sucker punch, grab, throw, destroy. Kid stuff.
Let's see what you got. An easy way to knock out guards is to throw something at them.
Ah, the old rock to the head routine.
Yep, throw a rock at that guard to knock him out, then pick him up and throw him at that pillar.
Can do, little brother.
Grab him while he's out. Well done. Okay, what's different about this next guy?
He's got a ton of cash in his back pocket. Chump. He's just asking, begging me to rob him.
That's right. You may not have the agility or technology to pick his pocket, but you can use your strength to mug him quite thoroughly.
Oh yeah. I just knock them flat, then pick them up.
Once you've got him above your head, press the circle button to shake loose any coins he has and collect the goods. Keep at it until he's empty.
The Murray will give this high roller a shakedown he'll never forget.
See, again, that's what I thought was in the second game, so I guess it was only in this game. So let's just do that. Just take his money and then just throw him.
Okay, Murray. The juggle grab is one of your most powerful moves. You ready?
Born ready.
When facing off against smaller opponents, you can knock them into the air with your triangle button uppercut, and then grab them before they hit the ground by pressing the circle button.
I mean, that's what I just did.
Let me see if I've got it. Hit them with my triangle button uppercut, then yank them out of the air by pressing the circle button. That right?
You got it. For this test, you'll have to pull it off 3 times and throw the guards at that pillar over there. Don't waste your time trying to fight them. Just focus on the technique.
Bring on the pain!
Almost fell there. You can do it with all enemies, though. Easy enough.
Excellent work. Another handy move is your thunder flop.
Oh yeah! Terror from above!
Just jump and press the square button to break this ground plate a few times.
So this looks like it's a bit of a delay there.
Murray. You're ready to take on the world.
Like, I kind of like press X square multiple times.
We're done in here. Head outside and crack some skulls.
Alright, there we go. Now to officially start Rumble Down Under. Just gonna quickly check what gadgets we have now. Oh, this gadget's pretty good. Okay, this one's also good too. This one's not. It's okay. I just wonder if I need to buy the previous level before getting the second one, because I do want to get the jump. Jump will be very useful.
The miners have really torn this place up looking for opals. Watch your step. They're sure to get rough defending their claim.
I don't remember how or when do you get the paraglider in this game.
My master spends most of his time up there in that cave, overlooking the valley and contemplating the depths of deepness. I really appreciate you breaking the news to him that I want to break off my training.
No problem, pal. I'm looking forward to meeting him. Anybody you call master must be a heck of a guy.
Oh, he's awesome! He'll get inside your head and freak you out 6 ways from Sunday.
Awesome.
Okay, did that enemy despawn? I always like the level design in this series, like traveling all over the world, because now we're in Australia and such, but...
Sorry, pal. This cave's empty. Got any other ideas where he might be?
Well, that that's his hut. But he doesn't really hang out there on account of the smell.
The smell?
It's a long story. I had to apologize up and down for like a month before he'd speak to me again.
What did you do?
The unspeakable, Sly. The unspeakable.
Well, thanks for speaking of it. I'm headed for the hut.
So yeah, like for example, let's see if you can, I remember. We went to Canada, we went to China, Venice, Paris. Like seeing all the level design for each of those locations. It's really nice to see. And yeah, so this first job is just going to literally all the gurus' locations.
Wall hooks. The miners must use them to haul up their drills. Looks like you're going to get some rock climbing practice.
So I think there's only going to be one more after this, and then that's it.
Sorry, Murray. Nobody's home. And by the looks of it, I'd say the guru is fighting someone or something off here. I'm starting to think the miners might have got to him.
You might be right. They'd come in and be all angry and yelling, and he'd be all peaceful, and they'd just get ticked. Then he'd try to find a middle way, and they'd just go crazy and smash everything up, and then haul him off.
Where do you think they might have taken him?
They got him! My master's a goner!
Maybe we should get Bentley on the line.
It's tough to say, but given the layout of the miners' camp, I'd venture a guess that they use that area with a high fence as a makeshift stockade.
Looks like there might be a way up using that cliff below. Shouldn't be a problem.
Just keep an eye out for that gyrocopter. I'm positive it's what gave away the guru's position.
Good tip. Thanks, pal.
Yeah, so the jobs of in this episode is gonna be pretty complicated, or at least there's some of them that I'm not too fond of. Like, they're interesting and exciting, but at the same time
These miners
it's
have
really
no
hard.
respect for the Aboriginal sacred sites. They're drilling into everything. Ayers Rock, Kings Canyon, Wave Rock. The cultural insensitivity is sickening.
So I don't know how long it'll take me to beat this again. So we're just gonna see how it goes.
You must be the guru. I'm a good friend of Murray's. He's come asking to be released from his training. Sure, I'll just bust you out of here and we'll go talk to him. You seriously won't leave without your gear? Yeah, I can see that the miners have really done a number on your land here. As for your walking staff and moonstone, me and my gang have a real talent for stealing back things that were wrongfully taken.
The guru won't leave the stockade until he has his walking staff and his moonstone. He also insists that we purify Ayers Rock of all miners. Only then will the Dreamtime spirits be appeased, and the guru will be free to use his powers. Sly must have impressed him in their conversation, because now he is requesting that Murray and I meet with him individually. Something about judging our spiritual centers. I've discovered a passage through one of the miners' caves that should make getting up to the guru less difficult. He also mentioned that the miners had foolishly unearthed the Mask of Dark Earth. I guess it was his job to guard the thing, and now that it's out, bad things are sure to follow. Sounds like mumbo-jumbo to me, but we've encountered some unexplainable phenomena over the years, so I'm not gonna rule it out as a threat to our operation.
That's a cool reference to the second game. I actually forgot about that. Let's see how many jobs we have. So just 2 this time until day 2. So I think for one of these ones there's a part 2 for Bentley, obviously. And yeah, that helicopter's gonna be a pain to deal with. But yeah, so a lot of these jobs are going to be pretty complex, as I've said. I just don't want to spoil it right now, but oh, I just can't wait to do them. Wasn't there not a hook somewhere? I missed it. Okay, I guess there's no hook. Looks like I have to go the long way, which is fine. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot. So I think like this first bit is gonna be a lot of traveling, and then there's gonna be a lot of complicated jobs.
After capturing the guru, the dingoes confiscated his magic walking staff and moonstone. Without these objects, the guru is powerless.
Given that we're dealing with miners, I bet they stashed the goods in one of the caves around here. It's a secure location with plenty of guys on duty to provide protection.
I agree. The most likely candidate is this mine shaft. It appears to have the highest number of workers coming in and out.
Good place to start. I'm on it.
I'm so glad that these flashlight guards do not have auto aim.
Those caves are gonna be dark. Your optimizer goggles will make navigation easier.
And this is another 3D job. Again, not gonna use it in this session or this playthrough, but maybe in a different one.
If they're here, the guru's items would be stashed at the far end of this cave.
So this is not really a spoiler, but for those who are curious, one of the challenge levels or jobs for this game, this episode, is to technically speed run this job. Because again, most of the challenge levels is just speed running. So as long as you know what you're doing, you have plenty of time to complete the challenge. It's not really a big issue, or not really extremely challenging.
Tearing up the environment or anything, but these caves are rich with opals. I can see why these miners are so driven.
And now that I'm like replaying this game again, I haven't really thought about, for example, how do they understand the guru? Oops. My hand slipped a little bit there.
Time to take you back to your rightful owner. These miners are smarter than they look. They booby-trapped the moonstone. It looks like a light-sensitive detonator. If I can get it outside and into the sunlight, it should power down.
Well, I did say speedrun, but that's like still for the other challenge levels. And I also guess depth perception is not that good too for me. Yeah, but I think for this episode, beginner players might have a hard time for a little while. Because I do remember when I was younger, some of these jobs were quite challenging. Especially, I think in day 2. When they featured the more complex
Guru's
ones.
locking staff must be hidden in their other cave complex. I've marked the entrance in your binocular.
So I guess my main priority in terms of gadgets, I think I would like to try to get the stealth knockout. Stealth knockout just because it's faster and obviously it's a stealth assassination move. I think I'm on the wrong level. Is there... Yeah, that's fine. And then I also want to get the level 3 of the triangle jump combo, this one. So that's square. And I want to get the jump version, because the jump version is technically an insta-kill, and that's really useful for later jobs. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have it during one of the future jobs, which technically is one of my favorite in this episode, and maybe in the, I won't say the game, but
light whatsoever. Fortunately, it seems the Guru's moonstone is providing enough illumination to let you see. Watch your step. These mine pits are deep.
yeah, there's like this one job which I think is really fun. Maybe not my most favorite in the entire game, but it's still like something I really enjoyed back then, because I always replayed it.
Wonder what's so special about this staff. Another booby trap for a stick? These guys are paranoid. And from the sound of it, they've called in reinforcements. Nothing like a horde of angry dingoes to make things a bit more interesting.
Ooh, I was trying to jump over that. Also dropping a lot of frames. I think my converter is, you know, doesn't like that. But it's alright. I think as long as it doesn't freeze my recording, it should be okay. But I know for sure that if I was playing this normally, or like through the original output rather than the adapter, I think it should be fine. Didn't expect the completion to, or job completion to be right there. Would it be nice if they teleported me back to the safe house like some jobs, but it's alright. I like to do Sly's job first because Sly has better mobility, and once you finish all the jobs, you don't have to go back with the other characters.